Hi students, and welcome to week 7 of General Bio 2 Online. This week we are wrapping up our unit on animal and plant form and function. I'm going to be delivering 2 lectures to you, one on animal physiology, sort of a general overview. We're going to be focusing especially on homeostasis. We can't cover every single physiological system in an organism. In fact, we really only have time to cover a couple of them. So I covered some of the physiology in the previous lectures, although it was mostly just general information about animals, and in this one we're going to dig into homeostasis, and we're going to walk specifically through the example of thermal homeostasis, or maintaining stable body temperatures, or just maintaining body temperatures in general. The second lecture is kind of an overview and introduction to animal behavior, and I really wanted to cover both of these topics because they're really sort of essential background for areas or disciplines within biology. Animal phys is going to be necessary for following sort of a pre-medical route through everything, and animal behavior is very important in the fields of ecology and evolutionary biology, and both of them will be drawing upon for evolution. So it's absolutely essential that you guys do the reading from last week and this week, just because we don't have time to cover all of the information that needs to be covered, and a lot of that is left to the reading, so it's up to you guys. So I was going to do 3 lectures this week, but I decided to back off and only do 2, and the reason for that is that on Friday you guys have your exam, and that exam is going to cover essentially the last 4 weeks. So we're going to cover animal classification and plant form and function, animal form and function, and then physiology and behavior of animals. Okay, so all of the information from the last 4 weeks is game for your exam. Okay, and all of the reading chapters, even if I didn't cover it in lecture, all of the reading chapters are fair game to be covered in the exam. You can expect a similar style exam to last time. It's going to be heavily essay based and probably only minorly multiple choice. So with that's sort of the expectation you should go into. So you should study all the information and be prepared to draw upon it to answer essays. The last exam was only 2 weeks of information, so the test was geared to be half as long as what you can expect on this one. So the average test time that people took last time was about 45 minutes or so, so you should set aside an hour and a half this weekend to take your exam, and you guys get sort of an unlimited amount of time but it is forced completion. So once you start it, you're given sort of as much time as you want up until the due date or the due time. So use that wisely. And I will say that on the last exam, I can see how long you guys are actually taking for your exams, and there's a very strong positive relationship between the test score that people got on their first attempt on the test and the amount of time they took. So people that tended to take 30 minutes basically got below 70% on the exam. Those that scored 85 and above almost all took over an hour. Okay, so if you feel that you're taking too little time on the test, if you're only taking the test and it's only taking 45 minutes, you're probably on the low end. You should go back in and really hash out the essays, okay, because that's where people lost the most points. One sentence is not going to cover a 10-point essay. So my advice going forward would be that you guys really need to set aside some time and to put a lot of effort into the exam. It'll be scored like last time, so 70%, 75% or better is required to get a C for the module. If you guys want to try and get a B or A in the module, you need to score an 85% or better, and that's after we've done test corrections. So you need a minimum of 50 or a minimum of 70 for those respectively. Okay. Yeah, so the exam will work the same as last time. It will open up at Friday at 8 a.m. It will become available, and it will be available to start the exam all the way through 8 p.m. on Sunday. And hopefully we won't have any like start issues like last time. It ended up being kind of a Blackboard setting that I didn't know about. So you should not expect an extension this time. Then the exam itself, you will no longer be able to access the exam at 8 p.m. on Sunday, but after that you have until 10 p.m. to actually turn it in. The other thing that should be said is that your portfolio assignments, the B level and A level, are all due at that time. So it would be wise to do your portfolio assignments in advance. But if you want to try and do everything in the last weekend, you're welcome to try that. I would not advise it, though. With that, I wish you all good luck. This week I've gone relatively light on the content for this week just because I understand that you guys have a big time commitment with the exam in addition to preparing and finalizing your portfolio assignments, in addition to absorbing a week's worth of content before you actually take the exam. But that's how all classes work. So good luck, and I'll be available in my office hours from 12 to 2 on Sunday, and my LA is available from 5 to 7 that same evening for questions. If you have any questions about content, you can post it to the discussion board. I've set up a discussion board for each lecture. So you can just, if you have any questions about how you should be reviewing the content, you have any misconceptions, go ahead and post those there. Okay, good luck.